Okay, so we're going to start. We're a small but interesting group. There's echo. Why?
Because it's interesting.
Hello? There we go. So, the host has walked out, so I don't know what that means, really. So he's going to tell you like the lay of the land as far as the mic itself goes. Hang on. Let's get it loose. Just flopping around. Just want to tell you a couple things that's coming up. So next week we have young poets, like seriously young poets, high schoolers who are competing in the Poetry Out Loud contest coming up. So there will be a group that Andrew and some other people have been working with from North State, Del Norte High School, who will be here.
Are they going to do the whole memorization thing?
Well, last time they did some of that, they did some of their own stuff as well. And then I also invited the Jash Rogan, who is the local champion. He won in the Sacramento School District finals. So then they have on that Sunday, they have the contest, and then Monday they'll come over here. And they'll either be really happy or not. I think they'll be really happy just to have done it. And then there's actually, so that'll be, we're featuring the kids that night, and then there'll be an open mic if there's time. It's, probably a bunch of them. So, but come support them even if maybe you won't get to read. Because I don't know, man, probably won't come in that case, but
Yeah, I hate kids.
That was too instant. Yeah, I think there's more truth than you want it to be known.
Too much, not too much.
Anyway, if you're not on the mailing list, hit the mailing list. But the easiest thing to do is to go to our website, sacpoetrycenter.org. Everything you need to know about what we're doing is there. So, and then Insa will be our host again tonight. So he's going to be the one who tells you how much time and how many poems, and then you can still do whatever the fuck you want because he won't stop you. He's not as mean as I am. He's much more supportive, which is not something I really understand. I'm kidding. Anyway, he'll spell out what the thing is. There's not many people here, so maybe last time I think you did rounds, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe rounds again would be a good idea. I don't know. But none of my business. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Here's the lines. Hold your applause, please. So, how y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? Yeah. Had a great week, right? Last week. And also, too, I want to mention that next week is going to be the last week for the play, As You Like It, Shakespeare. A lot of people enjoyed it. So starting on Friday at the California stage, you guys can go there. And it's $20. Get in there and support community theater. That'd be really awesome, you guys, if you enjoy it, if you want to. So also too, I want to point out the art on the wall. We have wonderful art on the wall. Who is this art by? Liz Baxmeyer. Liz Baxmeyer. Also known as Liz Ryder. Okay, she's a poet and an artist. So and a musician. Okay, songwriter. Cool. So, once everything's over, go around, give due diligence to each piece if you can. And yeah, maybe one day we can have like an ekphrastic day where we write a poem or haiku to the different paintings.
They're also for sale.
Yes, they are for sale. So poets are pretty broke, but yeah, they are for sale. And if you can swing it, how much is this one for?
$65. Oh, that's cheap.
The big one is $700.
well, maybe not that one, but 65 is really good.
Well, some
really
of them are actual prints, and some of them are original, some of them are prints.
Yeah, support artists. Very cool. All right. So, how many minutes you guys want to go? We doing 3 minutes, right? Or what's the minute allotment there? Or
You're in charge.
I'm trying to negotiate our time here.
So
So
choice is like what, 3 minutes or 3 minutes? So 3 minutes.
okay, so
Well,
you can
how many poems in that 3 minutes? That's the other piece.
okay. So should we do 2 poems, 3 poems? How you feeling tonight, Patrick? Because really it's about him. Because y'all don't know, I'll be up here, and then all of a sudden I see him start packing up, and that's like the cue, like hurry it up. So
Because anybody who comes in, no matter what time they come in, they go, "Can I get on the list?" He goes, "Yes."
no, that's not
Yes,
true.
you do.
That's not true. What you talking about, Willis? All right.
You do you, man. I don't really care.
Okay. All right.
There's
So
only 3 people here, right?
no, we got 7 people on the list.
Which is amazing considering there's only 3 people here.
I know. It's weird how you have vision difficulties right now.
His eyes are past their warranty.
So let's say we
3
do
minutes.
3 poems. Huh?
Not 3 poems in 3 minutes.
No, three poems
But we're
each.
gonna do rounds, right? How about
Okay.
Let me
So-
jump in. Take charge.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm like, how are you feeling?
Here's how I'm feeling. How about this? 3 minutes, 1 poem.
Okay, 2 rounds.
2 rounds. 3 rounds if everybody doesn't go over the 3 minutes. If you go over the 3 minutes, though, you know what to do the second round. I'm not looking at anybody. I'm not looking at anybody in particular.
Oh, he's cross-eyed.
Cross-eyed. He's cross-eyed.
Other than that, do whatever you want.
Okay, yeah, no. Follow my rules, but do whatever you want.
That's no rules.
Okay. so, all right. So, 3 minutes per poem and 2 rounds. Good. Everybody agree?
Here, here.
Here? Yes? Yeah. Okay. All right.
3 minutes per poem?
Huh?
3 minutes per poem, so you
We
get
already
a 3-minute
agreed.
poem?
Don't bring it for that
So
time.
your poem has to be 3 minutes.
No, it don't have to be 3 minutes. You get up to 3 minutes, or you get to walk the plank. Okay, walk the
I
plank.
know that.
Okay. All right. So all right. So we have all agreed. So if you agree, say aye. If you disagree, say nay. All right. So our first sacrificial poet. The first poet is the sacrificial poet.
Is that
This is
right?
the poet that we sacrifice to the poetry gods.
Wait a minute, though. It's youth night. So there's an exception tonight.
Oh, there's an exception
Young
tonight.
poets first. Always.
Child
The
sacrifice.
youth have to be
That too.
That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like to me.
Okay.
Now who's the kid? Hey, you're right.
That's 2 rounds.
So I think we have 2 young people. We have Maya,
So yeah, who's
Or is it Mia?
under 25?
Mia, and Mari.
Mars. Are
Mars.
you gonna read? Are you comfortable
Mars.
reading? Or?
Mars.
So they should go first.
Okay.
And not as sacrificial poets, but because we really, this thing was set up to honor and encourage young poets.
So I put a sacrificial icon next to your name. Okay. So if you get a visit tonight, somebody that's because we made a contract with the. Okay.
If you're sacrificing them, isn't that an honor?
It is an honor for us.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
That's what I was
All right. So first to the microphone is I want to say it right again. Maya.
Mia.
Mia.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put an E right there.
Okay.
All right. Let's clap your hands for Mia.
Also, first time in the room.
Yeah.
Here it goes. There's no title. I'm a baby bird that has fallen from its nest. I have fallen from my nest, and I've been taken in by a mother who found me splayed out on the sidewalk. I was taken in, sublet a shoebox, bottle fed, and practiced learning to fly. But I'm a baby bird, and in the middle of the day, when nobody was home, the son would lean over the shoebox, cupping his hands like a beggar, and scoop me up. They were strong, slender hands, hands that carried me into the backyard and placed my limp body on the trampoline, where he eagerly jumped beside me, lifting me into the air, and I, a baby bird, having fallen from its nest, having sublet a shoebox and been bottle fed, am flying upwards towards the sky until I drop again. I'm a baby bird that has fallen from the sky. My shoebox becomes stuffy from unchanged bedding, my bottle moldy from stagnant formula. I'm a baby bird that has fallen from the sky, and I only leave my soggy cardboard house when great firm hands reach for me through the expanse of darkness, and my stink is intensified under the blazing sun. I'm a baby bird that has fallen from the sky, but when the boy bounces me on the trampoline in the hot, dry air of a summer afternoon, I forget the pain of falling. Later, I wait, sticky and shivering in my shoebox, for the boy to come again. That's it.
Snap your fingers for Mia. Was that a Pantone?
Sorry?
Was that a Pantone that you read?
No.
No? Because it sounded like a, oh, it's free verse?
Free verse. Yeah.
Okay. Sound like a Pantone because you was going over the lines again and again, so that sounded like a Pantone.
Maybe accidental Pantone.
Maybe, because it sounds very close to Pantone. I have fallen from the nest, strong hands. Strong, slender hands, right?
That's right.
Baby bird. All right. Next up to the microphone is Morris. All right. Put your hands together for Morris.
I'm gonna be reading two poems, like one now and one later, I guess 2 rounds, right? That kind of unintentionally became connected. So this one's the first one. The working title right now is Questions to Teach. Ma, tell me which Napa cabbage is crunchier. Remind me again the best way to find a good watermelon. When you pat its belly like Papa's, is it supposed to ring out hollow, like bloated and cushy like his? Or was it full of water and deep like the ocean? Ma, what does it sound like? I should know. When you're all submerged, ears barely below, but your eyeballs still float. Do you remember what it was like when it was me and your body was a soup? I was just a buoyant carrot, Ma. Can you tell me I'll find another lover who'll hold out a shoehorn at the door? What is it called when the car lights shine, all bone droplets on the shiny asphalt? Ma, they are so colorful. Should I spell that with a U like you do? All smudgy like an echo on wet tar, bright and all. Do you miss Singapore, Ma? All their lights are trees. Sometimes I think I see them. They blind me, Ma, in the night. Thanks.
Snap your fingers for Morris.
Was there a title to that poem?
Right now it's Questions to Teach, but I don't really like that.
To find a good wallabilly.
I think
I still want to know.
your reading was complimentary to your writing.
All smudgy like an echo. Those are only 2 young people in the audience.
Wait a minute, what about me?
Well, you are
Well,
young
you go
at
young
heart.
to delusional and then
You are young at heart. Speaking of young at heart, put your hands together for Rafa.
This one has no title. Can you hear me? Good.
Yep.
When people finally arrive, when the world turns no more, and the flowers grow weary, the Millerism of life would have turned full circle to meet the fullness of kindness and compassion. The world is ripe with the possibility of recreating the love of spiders crawling over our heads. And we cower in shame for the endless suffering, where the innocence of girl and boy are lost into the morning darkness. Arise from your slumber. Let the scales fall from your sleepless eyes. The pain has grown old, filled with the pride of the ages. What's come over us? Casting the night into the lights, speaking softly, calling your names, singing into the sunset. This half-life hangs in the balance, like the halo above, which is covered over with loving memories of what was, where still life wanders aimlessly. The stars are all together falling, reaping with disgust, not satisfied or content to let it be. Let the crowds uncreate the creativity that destroys the essence of being. And
Snap your fingers for Rafa. When the world turned no more, filled with the pride of ages. Next up to the microphone is a person we all know too well. He spent $120 at Fixins. Put your hands together for Michael Galaglass.
I only spent $90. I didn't buy any whiskey this time. This is from my upcoming book, which I'm releasing World Storytelling Day, Thursday, March 20th. I'll be taking over poetry in Davis. And so this is from that. I'll be launching it that day. You can come and get a copy. Yesterday, and the yesterday before yesterday, and for many yesterdays in a row, Lizzie was a part-time princess. In one kingdom, she wore a tiara forged from the whispers of stories about her personal imaginary friend. The citizens in that kingdom pushed Lizzie hard to be truer than she was ready. In the other kingdom, Lizzie kept that tiara carefully hidden away. The citizens of the second kingdom are allergic to her truth. Every morning, Lizzie fed the chickens roaming the valley between the two kingdoms she called home and practiced all the words she wasn't allowed to say at the dinner table. Lizzie knew the chickens weren't normal chickens because sometimes, between bites, they stopped clucking and whispered regular words. Lizzie hadn't figured out what the chickens really were, but she listened to the words they said between cluck, cluck, cluck. On this specific yesterday, between cluck, 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 the chickens whispered directly to Lizzie and encouraged a rebellion.
Michael Galaglass, snap your fingers. For many yesterdays in a row. Do you guys want to get on mic list? Anybody over there? Yeah?
Hey, it's your turn.
No, you cannot do that.
Are you under 25?
No, I am not anymore.
Well, then you
He's like
for
26.
being there.
Paula? No. All right. Next up to the microphone is Raj. Put your hands together for Raj.
been running some odd experiments, and I was communing with the spirit of poetry before I came over here. And it said that it seeks freedom from being forgotten in a world that no longer listens.
Yeah.
This is an old poem. This is from like 2019. It's a breakup poem, Pat. It's called Red Cabs.
Well, at least you didn't write it tonight.
It's called Red Cabs. Red cabs charge the fare. Stepping out in the rain, I start walking old paths. Umbrella bubbles subside loneliness. Or maybe it's the forgetting your child needs a father, but a deadbeat I am, though in thought I wasn't. You, as always, were right. Simply leaving wasn't enough. Mountains crumble and seas boil when words stop. Your people and mine agree God's words created creation. What happens when you fall quiet? You who is made in his image. Sitting on the other side of reflection, koi bustle near azaleas, tree bits flutter past, leaf bark and breeze. The crows practicing filial piety understand all things. Pursuing tranquility leads to husbanding and fatherhood, so I hoped. What happened to these when you fall quiet, you who reject the image of he? I vibrate at the one's command, the all's primeval speech. Now I'm truly learning how to let my words create. It is the only way to keep life going, although without the back and forth, that process revealing meaning, I often wonder what's the point. This happens when you fall quiet, you whose words made me. You I love, I who am he, you who are she, we were one, one is none. How can any of the all remain? Here I fail again to capture you, you who prefer one and all to he, you who were Kali, having stomped, made clear the limits of Shiva, you taught to vacillate, you who cope through control, you who are gone, you who are home. I taught to please, I coping through avoidance remain here with no one to please and with the all none to avoid. I intended to share suffering, I intended to help your load, I intended to heal mother, I intended to care, but hell's well-paved road arrived and down the street you drove. Only you can bear your last name. My place is not with you on the road to Calvary. Can you still forgive my theft, my submission to slavery? Slowly the world begins anew. Love always remains here. The brightest lights bloom in darkness's crusted soil. Standing in the sun, seeds you planted in me begin to fruit, nourished by truth. Ah, that lovely rain. Continue on to who you are to be, for that is the lot you hold for me. Do not be drowned by temporary pain. Perhaps we meet in red cabs again.
Snap your fingers for Raj. What is an umbrella bubble?
Those little raindrops that are on top of the umbrella.
Oh, still don't get it, but okay. Sitting on the other side of reflection. And never mind. Okay, I'm still trying. Never mind. He has traveled all the way around the world, and he comes here on Monday at this particular time, just like a migratory bird. And he settles down and he reads a poem. Put your hands together for the Nomad.
I've got 3 minutes. 3.
Like a fresh at home.
3. You're right.
3
3.
minutes, 45 seconds. Keep talking.
Damn it, man. Okay. It's called In Search of Queen Darkling. Enamored I have become with the celestial sighting of the dragon queen Darkling, racing out of the sun, snaking gracefully in and out of clouds. Most attempt to assure me I speak of fragments of imagination. Nevertheless, I am on a pilgrimage in search of the black dragon, hoping to obtain a whisker or a scale as proof of my sanity. Cautiously, I step through fogs as possibilities, cautiously stepping through fogs of possibility, finding myself in a place of mystery, searching in surroundings I think I last saw that queen Darkling, the black dragon, spirit guide, manifester of destinies, power, fortune, and protection. Hunting the black dragon can be quite dangerous because of her chameleon properties, blending into surroundings, changing color in response to emotions, making her hard to see before she might see me, makes that mission a do or die. Returning empty-handed would brand me a lie, and this I could not abide, making it a necessity to maintain additio. Damn, I knew my tongue would do that. Okay. Additiousness. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I know. I know the word. I just can't. Damn, tongue pisses me off. Okay. Returning empty-handed would brand me a lie, and this I could not abide, making it necessary to maintain audaciousness within this odyssey. Least I surrender this life to my prey. This possibility cannot be overstated, as the elusiveness of the black dragon can never be overrated. Thank you.
See, I say it when I get away from the mic, but not.
Snap your fingers for the nomad. Most attempt. So the black dragon is this a? Cause you called her her. So is this someone in your life that you tried to slay? Because you put that, I was like black dragon. I was like, okay, black dragon. And you said her. Try to okay.
She's part of the audaciousness.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
there
you.
you go,
Got
there
you.
you go.
At least you didn't. Sajabu.
Yes.
So I was supposed to read one of her poems at this
Right.
huge thing, and I fucked up the words in her poem. It was like, because she was using like really big words in this poem, and I tried my best to practice it beforehand. It just didn't happen, man.
Didn't happen for you.
It didn't happen. I understand.
See, I can say it now. I can say it.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Next up to the microphone is
Assiduous. That's what I thought you were saying.
you know what?
So,
Put your hands together for Rob Sparks, y'all.
How's everyone doing tonight?
All right.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rob Sparks, and as far as I know, one out of the two people who does horror poetry here in Sacramento. Now, I have two pieces, and I'm undecided of which one I should do. I have psychological and existential. Which one do you want to hear?
Ooh.
Existential.
Okay, you asked for it.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, no, it's not it. Just remember, you asked for this. Okay, so this piece I got is titled Old. Brittle bones and peeling skin leave me to ruins. With every step that I take, there's a tremor that rocks deep. With every breath that I take, a wheeze is sure to follow. With every pill that I take, only prolongs the inevitable. Every waking moment is spent in agonizing essence, trapped in this corroded flesh, polka dotted in black and blue, as the fatigue draws over these wrinkled lids, darkness forming all around, leaving only a hollow shell to break down into nothingness and fade away from this mortal plane to forevermore.
Thank you.
Snap your fingers for Rob Sparks. Somebody really liked it. Somebody was clapping really hard for you. Yeah, I like it. Every little step I take will be forever. Bobby Brown, man. Okay. And leaving only a hollow shell. What was that poem about, though?
Getting old.
Huh?
Getting old, the
Oh.
crisis of getting old, what it feels like.
Okay. So,
Just plain and simple.
okay, just
my feelings.
feeling like it's a hollow shell kind of thing that you.
Yeah. Pretty much. I don't know.
Every little step you take when you're getting older.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like?
I don't know. I just wrote it on a whim. I mean, when it comes to me writing dark stuff, I'm just okay. We're gonna write it.
Okay. All right, but I just wanted to, because part of the horror part, yeah, running from old age is horrible.
Maybe you should read it again.
Oh yes, let's bring on more existential crisis.
Next to the microphone is what we all been waiting for. Paula.
Paula.
Finally.
Gosh, it's so high. Okay. Hi, good evening. I wrote this back in 2018. I did not have much experience then. But anyway, this piece is called Love Hate Tug of War. I don't want it anymore. This type of yearning, this type of longing, sighing with the mountain breeze, raining with the sad heavens. I don't want it anymore. Your type of love. The calm before the fucking storm, the rumbles and anger of thundercore. I don't want it anymore. This kind of shit you put me through, this kind of shit my heart is going through. I don't want it. I don't want to. You have to know in 1, 2, 3 that I don't love you. Mallets and screws to the crevices and fixtures of a once life and love-filled place you put and destroyed, and you exited without grace. Words from your lips that I used to enjoy, kissing drip with partial truths and yearning, but as if we're just friends now, as if we could be just friends now. Don't you know my love I gave to you whole and unyielding? Don't you know myself I gave to you risky but loving? Your words drip with assumption of the secrets to my mind. Your expression, a subtle calculation to how well you know my temple. Your heart missing me, my heart missing you. My vision bitter with the taste of your lies, of your carefree disposition, but what the hell, baby? Here we find ourselves towing the lines, overstepping our boundaries yet again. I'm hella mad. Oh yes, I am hella mad. And still so madly in love with you. Thank you.
All right. Snap your fingers for Paula. I'm hella mad.
I'm hella mad.
That is a Sacramento poet right there. Yeah, she came up here like BAM! All right, so we're going to our second round. You didn't get on the thing, man?
You took it before I wrote on it.
Huh?
You took it before I wrote my name on it.
What? I don't know. He's like, you took it before.
Before I wrote my name on it. I didn't sign up yet.
It's your fault, Lawrence. Always my fault.
I was getting settled on a class.
Thank you. Juan, come on up. Slap your hands for Juan there.
Thank you guys. I'll try and keep this under 10 minutes.
Oh, you will.
Warm white chocolate mocha sips on cold, crisp, snowy winter days. Whipped cream softer than snowflakes, leaving trails of white stuck on my lips. Days pass by as season fades. Take 3 blinks, that's all it takes. Now rainbow peeks out behind clouds with water bullets raining down. Inside, steeping tea I dread. Heading out, guess I'll stay instead. Cozy writing, hearing rain, while warmth of home keeps me dry and safe. Later rest, soon morning comes. Coffee drips down as it brews. Some spring mornings start so soon. 6 a.m. greets and goes once more, sipping bitter coffee out the door. Days gain hours, sun beats down. Now's the time for friends in town. Summer smoothies, roll and bend. Ninja blender wins again. Tasty fruit bits mashed and molded. By the pool, we taste the cold. Summer nights just slip on bites. Summer nights just slip on by with t-shirt sandals on lake tides. Pop a brew, Modelo's fine. Have a seat here by the fire. Days bring laughter in the sun as balloons filled with water loom. Targets plotted, thrown and swatted. Ride the waves, enjoy the fun. Pretty soon, just time's forgotten, sipping on some bubbly brews. Simple laughter brings some thoughts to mind. Pondering when we'll reminisce upon these nights, or nights like when we were just kids, eating pizza, having movie nights, good friends, no cares, no holes to dig. Thank you.
All right. Snap your fingers for Juan. Yes, that whole poem made me want to go to Starbucks. He's like steeping coffee, brew, drop coffee. He's like Java juice. Well, I'm thirsty. Okay. So that ends our first round. Now we're going to our second round. Y'all ready? Everybody pick your second round poems. All right. All right. Mia, you ready? You ready? Ready? Put your hands together for Mia.
All right.
I gotta warm up for this one.
Right.
Wet woman seeking handsome savior. Ghostly moans echo in my surroundings as I am pelted by hard rain on this dreary day. Water envelopes me as I walk on, and my head is pushed, dips below the surface into the vastness of the sea. I am stuck, like glue, as the inescapable current sways me from side to side. Up, down. I bob in the water, drowned. Up, down. Up, down. I pace down the street, music blaring in my ears, the same music from the night I was lost at sea. Up, down. 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 And soon I become a puddle of melted ears dribbling down my sides. Still a loud ache fell to my orifices, pelting, pushing, thumping, 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 up, down, up, down. I am laid to rest among the shipwrecks, dotting the dark sea.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Snap your fingers for Mia. That was like I don't know, OnlyFans poem. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, that's kind of sensual there. Okay. Rafa, put your hands together, Rafa.
You should go read that girl's conduct.
2025.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I wrote this in response to this thing about patience. Patience and this thing about being altruistic, seemingly as if a human being is capable of being a pious individual. And so my response to that was, just for one moment, to become afraid, to worry till no end, to judge everything, to become angry, to be resentful, to practice self-love, to be open to others, to be closed to everyone, to keep my eyes open, to keep my eyes closed, to keep my ears alert, to shut down my ears, to feel good, especially to feel bad, regardless. Just be myself.
Snap your fingers for Rafa. I'm sorry. I lost to do young people first on second round. So Morris. Next up is Morris.
I'm short.
Same.
I recently just started a new job that's pretty heavy, and so this week has been pretty hard, especially yesterday. Dealing with a lot of abuse of youth and children and things like that. So that's actually one of the reasons why I decided to come tonight, is an act of care for myself. And so I wanted to ask everyone, does anybody know what a mandated reporter is?
No.
Would anyone like to explain? Just me? Okay. A mandated reporter is a teacher, a licensed professional, any adult that works in a context with children where if they hear anything or see anything that can constitute abuse or neglect of a child, they must make a report to CPS.
Oh.
And they're mandated to by law.
Oh.
So this poem is called Mandated Reporter. Hey Ma, I'm on one now. Or I am one. You asked me how the job's going, and I can't say. To you, anyways. There are all these legal requirements for what constitutes abuse and neglect. Isn't that funny, Ma? I've always known that, and you still don't. I have all these privileges now. I get to listen to all these kids, Ma. They've been through death without dying. Their hearts are all on fire. Ma, they're the real experts. They know it all because they haven't been given any givens. I think it's funny because it's almost like the less you're given, the more you know of the truth about people at the least. Ma, I wonder about all these kids. When will they ever know the truth of themselves? You know, like the monkey that had to grow up cold. I get them, Ma. You cut the cord too early and the soup grew cold before it could ever reach my warm-blooded destination. Whatever it still feeds you, I hope it sustains. Ma, I know. I'll do my best. I promise. Somebody's gotta tell them. These kids, Ma. Everything. Thank you.
Wow.
Snap your fingers for Morris. That was good. Mandated reporter. Michael, you ready? All right, put your hands together for Michael.
On the night of the first full moon of spring, Elizabeth walked herself into the public house, up to the hearth, reached under her apron, and pulled out that bone-white flute, placed it to her lips, and played a note more pristine and pure than any note heard in all of Ireland before or since. And she played a dirge, and a more sorrowful, mournful dirge had never been heard in Ireland afore or since, for she played of what it was like to live through an entire cold winter without music, and not a single eye was dry in the entire public house, for they heard for the first time Elspeth's pain and passion for music. And then she played a jig, and a more joyful jig had never been heard in Ireland before or since, for she played of having music back in her life, and all the tables moved of their own volition, and every one of the town got up and danced. And when they could dance no more, Elspeth played a song unlike any heard in all the world before or since, for she played of what it must have been like on that day at the dragon's cave when the knight and the dragon fought each other. And as she played that song, the smoke next to her floating up the chimney came down. And one part of it formed into a knight and the other into a dragon. And above the townsfolk's head, they went back and forth and back, that smoky knight and that smoky dragon, dancing and weaving and dodging and fighting, until finally the song ended and the knight struck his lance high and the dragon let loose with a fiery blast of smoky flame. And everyone there watched Elspeth with their mouths hung low until the door burst open. And other townsfolk said, "Dragons in the sky, dragons in the sky," and everyone rushed out. And there, against the first full moon of spring, they saw the wings of dragon pass and pass and pass. And if you would like to find out what happens in the rest of this story, come to my event on March 20th when I take over Davison Poetry for World Storytelling Day.
Just promo.
No, that was a trailer. I was like, because at first I was like, no man, I think he found your dragon. That's what. All right. All right. That was terrible. Michael. That was like.
First rule of show business: always leave them wanting
I
more.
see. Okay.
I'm not sure you were successful.
Yeah, well, some old folks are allergic to awesome, so shut
Ooh,
up.
ooh, ooh. That's awesome. From where I'm from, Royce.
Next to the microphone is Raj.
Round two seems a little more intense.
I know he went up a notch because of the commercial.
This one's called Acorn. A brush fire born of a hurricane ruined by trees planted by squirrels who know that compound interest is the miraculous force which turns misplaced nuts into great big oaks. The oak burnt, turned trunk into fungus feed, who spit it back to the grubs, flowers, and seeds, feeding the oak who's dropping the acorn, which fed the squirrel who is grandchild of Squirrelio numero uno. The sun shines on Rorschach leaves which leave their stem. Does anyone around here eat tree leaves, or is that the work of dinos and giraffes on faraway lands? Sitting here thinking about the symbiotic reel while growing awareness of geophysical scale. We are flying at Earth magnitude. Try to hold on, but not too tight. Breathing in afterthoughts of oxygen. All they want is their precious CO2. We should be grateful to Grandpa Sherman and his coterie sitting in meditation before Christ in the uncommon era. At this point in human life as a species, let's try to be adults like all the other life forms. Childhood. Is it really something special, that phase which imprints as eternal recurrence? Quickly, awareness shrinks back to psychology. It's hard to maintain visions of ecology. And Indra's net is vast, and we are caught within.
All right, snappy fingers for Raj. Monkeys. I don't think they're adults. All right.
We have monkeys twice today. It's rare that we have a word as unusual as monkey.
No, did you say
dragon?
And dragon.
Dragons? Her is a dragon. And Morris has a lot of food in hers. And then we have some drinks too.
A lot of drinks.
Yeah. All right. Next up to the microphone, we're gonna see what word tongue ties him on the second round. Put your hands together for the nomad.
All right. Just close my
Ta-da!
I'm not that one.
Open one eye.
Yeah. Wrong guy, wrong guy.
Damn it, man. All right, all right. Oh, I'm tall. That was a short joke. You guys didn't even get it. That's why I'm not a comedian. Huh? Okay, energy. I had never felt such tinglings vibrating within my body. Such a thing had never happened to me before I knew of your presence on the planet, before our proximity came within reach, before I longed to know your name. I needed no language to describe the phenomena created by the desire to hold your hand. Blame it on the effects of the moon, blame it on the natural response of hormones, blame it on the static buildup of protons' natural ability to attract. The forces generated by our aligning bodies create a magnetic draw that cannot be denied. An undeniable electrifying effect to our union has been created by this seemingly random meeting. Seems I have waited all my life for this moment. Blame me not for invading your space. Blame me not for my admirations. Blame me not for the forwardness of my attitude. I have no choice but to follow the law of attraction. Now I must ask the very important question. Will you or will you not?
Oh, put your hands together for the nomad. That poem was called Stalker 101. All right.
No, that's not the name.
Will you be my baby? All right.
Thank you, man. Yeah, you know, I was ready to play.
Next up is Rob
This is the character of the story.
Sparks. Is you ain't my baby? Cause if you are, go give me one back, kid.
That's good stuff right there.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna do the one that was so kindly rejected the last time I was up here. And this,
I want it.
well, you're gonna get it. This one is something I like to call Into the Hall. Now, quick explanation for this. This poem that actually has inspiration for it. It was something I did when I was very little. I was a very weird child back then. Something I did when I was little, as I would get up in the middle of the night and would just sit out in the hall with nothing but a nightlight in there. I don't know why I did that, but it left a big impression on me that I wanted to turn it into something creepy. So this is called In the Hall. In the dead of night, I lie awake, with twisting thoughts and famished fatigue, upon this rigid frame of a bed, tossing and turning for a stable position into mandatory slumber. But futile feats leave me with dread, as I crawl out of bed and into the hall, to further dwell on my thoughts galore. A glow of light illuminates from the dark, providing me a form of sanctuary, while plopped on the tile-wood floor, wide-eyed and stone-faced, for what seemed like hours, staring into the unknown, or waiting for God knows what to turn the night around. Then, from out of the void, a pair of silver eyes gazed towards me with curious horror, my dopey-ravaged state, awaiting for the chance to maul at my fragile physique. But I do not yield for the spook, and instead pass back an irked glance, with both of our internal instincts at an all-time high, as we peered at each other all throughout the night, leaving me to wonder, a dream of a dreamer, or a nightmare of an insomniac.
All right, snap your fingers for Rob Sparks. With the bow at the end, that was just I like that. He's like, you should have snapped it.
We did that coming up.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Just snap at the beginning.
Next up is one of our favorite poets, Paula.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Oh, you get 2 rounds.
Oh, 2 rounds. Got it. This one is called Thunder. Hearing the soothing sounds of thunder, the rumbling crackles and light shows of which I ponder, lull me to sleep in the blue cot on the couch of my house. In this sole juncture, I know my nightmares won't be about. Crack boom boom, the thunder goes. I hear a myriad of raindrops sing their sweet, sweet songs, mesmerizing choir with the altos irate. This brings about fireworks and the closed visuals in my mental space. Trembling cold with a gust of shimmering wind, my lullabies used to be soft and innocent, like a dove's feather touch and a baby's first smile. Now it's just that cruel wind, the thunder cracks, and I easily drift. Is this all that plays in me after having been so damaged and thrown away like a ragged doll? You shook me, my head lolling back and forth. Another growl from the outside comes. A migraine comes over, I twist in my cot. All I could think was, how the hell was I wrong? Eyes closed, I sensed intense illumination of red. Was it my tone of voice that set you off again? I'm sorry, even my patience dwindles. Was it the raw honesty you see in my eyes? I'm sorry, I thought you accepted what you are and who I am. Was it the familiar lines you see on my face? I'm sorry, it's not my fault your genes mixed out the wrong way. Boom boom. Cracks form on the walls, the house shakes violently. Do I remind you badly of everything that you have lost? You got no one but yourself to blame. Do I remind you horribly, sickeningly of the love story you can only dream of? I strived for kindness. I'll never give up the search for mine. Boom. The mirror breaks from above me and slowly they rain down in unsynced time. Do I really now give you bitter agony? I wished I could help you make it go away. Crack, this is no nightmare. The embers die down, and every night it rains, it pours thunder that blasts my heart into smithereens and flashes scary lights that make my vision go under. My lungs can't breathe. My cot is too tight. I'm dying. I'm suffocating. Someone please let me out. Boom. The thunder goes. And my heart stills like obsidian stone.
Wow.
All right. Snapping fingers for Paula. How does lightning sound like again? She's like, crack, boom, boom.
I tried, okay?
Oh my God. Oh, that was the most polite lightning I ever heard in my life. Crack, boom, boom.
I have no energy, okay?
That was super cute. That was like, crack, boom, boom.
You sound differently.
I know that was very hateful poem, wasn't it? All right.
Goodbye.
All right. Our last poet for the evening. Bring this out. Put your hands together for one. Crack, boom, boom.
You don't have to take this.
You don't.
Hey, does anyone else get unreasonably nervous when coming on the mic after not touching it for a week? I do. When I was 18, the world told me quite a lot of things for when I'd be, all grown up, dressed up, stressed up, happy maybe. They told me a few things about how others would be and talked of all the stuff that I'd need to have. They sure said a lot of things back when I was 18. To begin, they told me to go out and live it big, charge it up, buy it all, just ignore all the holes that are torn in your soul. Then they said grind, and really I tell you I tried to sharpen that rock, but instead got stoned and sanded away. They told me to listen, open my ears, and hear clear when they steer our will to the wall. They said to me, open your eyes and see, but first swapped out all the organics with artificiality. Now, what's left for me to see but synthetic beings created just like me? They had me believe that I was nothing inside. They had me believe that I'd need to deafen my voice. They had me believe nothing I do would ever be worth a damn, too little, too late, too weird, too strange to understand, because nothing I had seen had ever told me that I'd been anything more than a chick chasing conformity's worm on a stick, after dreams that were not mine, losing what used to be. I've heard it said the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing us that we are him. Somehow I think that's been turned upside down by blind faith vendors, consumers, politicians, and their users. Of course, I'm not the devil. It's all of you. And in the end, through lies and cons, I'm starting to see the greatest trick was putting us in comfy little wooden boxes with picket fences, painting it as heart's desire, to draw the curtains and lock the doors and protect your shiny things from greedy strangers or those thieving neighbors clutching pearls of fear in overwhelmed isolation. Behind the curtain, darkness unfolds, filling holes with empty smoke, then wonder why we're never whole. While people and vices that surround us lack substance, the depths we have within recede to self-loathing's shallow tides, losing all sense, sound, and sight, soon remaining hollow inside. Numbness begets apathy, breeding guilt and shame, a vicious loop inside the head. Once installed, only silence knows your name. In the empty space, if you look close, there may be found a glowing spark, for decades left unseen in such a place. It'll send a call, you'll know it's right, take a leap, make a change, and so begins to grow your light. Thank you.
All right, snap your fingers for one. Awesome. Yes, the whole thing's bullshit. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, the picket fence, everything. Yes, that comes to the end of our show. Please check out the art. And if you can, leave $1 in the jar. I think it's by the door. And yes, and please go to Michael's thing that he, the commercial we had. I think it's Davis. What's it?
Portrait Davis.
Portrait Davis. Next month.
March 20th.
March 20th. Oh, this month.
Yes.
Okay, March 20th.
I have flyers.
He has flyers, so take a photo of the flyer.
No, take a flyer with you.
Well, people don't like to, yeah. Okay. Take a flyer with you. And also, too, we have a play going on. If you want to come to that play, this is the last week, As You Like It, and it's California Stage, right around the corner, right here. And it's $20 to get in. It's a very good play, I may say so myself. And go in and see it and support local community theater. That'd be awesome. And maybe one of you guys one day will audition to be in the play and find or write a screenplay. Yeah, write it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, they'd be all in verse. Yeah, make a play of haikus.
Kind of like that Shakespeare dude.
Yeah, kind of like him. But it'd be present day, no thieves and thous and holy writs. So, all right.
Can I just say something? There's a great movie. Everybody should see this movie. It's called Max Dugan Returns. Jason Robards in one of his last things, and one of those.
Max Dugan's Return.
Max Dugan Returns.
Dugan's Return.
Returns. He
returns.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a funny movie about this retired con guy who's been hiding from the law for most of his life, and he shows up at his daughter and grandmother's house. Underneath, there's a thing underneath where it's like a blend of the rules of baseball and the theories of Schopenhauer. Trust me, it does come together.
Okay.
But one of the great things in it is Marsha Mason plays his daughter. She's a high school teacher, and she teaches in an inner city kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to teach these kids Shakespeare.
Okay.
And they're like, they don't know what it says. I don't get. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
It's like it's a different kind of language, and she breaks it down. Anyway, that part is really great too. I just thought of it because of the old Shakespeare.
Okay, so Max Dugan
returns.
Returns.
You will not regret why. It's like from the 80s.
Okay. All right.
It was maybe the last great movie made.
Does it have crack boom booms in it? I don't know.
There's no crack boom boom.
Okay.
There's a little boom boom, but
no cracks. Okay. I don't even see something that has crack boom booms.
Got a great cat.
All right. So thank you. Peace.
Thanks. So, are you discouraged by the just heavy level of seriousness.
Oh, that's really I'm never coming back.
We're so uptight.
Unless, of course.
We're totally uptight.
Accidentally get off the bus at the wrong stop.
And you know, the dangerous part is we're like the same as reading it. All of us. And each other. Really, that's what it comes down to. That's good. I like
Now it's time
walking
for-
in the silence. I didn't, you know what?